Wireless Dolby Atmos has changed everything, but most people still buy the wrong soundbar. Today I'm testing the ones that actually deliver real Atmos, real overhead effects, and real room-shaking clarity. Some of these are insanely good, and one of them shocked me completely. If you're building a setup in 2026, don't even think about buying a soundbar until you see number 1. Hit subscribe, like, and drop a comment for what you want to see next on Interface Craft. Number 10. TCL Radian 800 Pro. The TCL Radian 800 Pro earns its spot at number 10 because it delivers something that just didn't exist 2 years ago. Real wireless Dolby Atmos performance at a price most people can actually reach. And when I say real Atmos, I'm not talking about fake virtualization or simulated height tricks. I'm talking about genuine upward-firing drivers that push sound vertically into your room, creating that floating height layer that separates a good soundbar from a cinematic one. It's not trying to compete with the premium giants on this list, but as an entry point, the Radian 800 Pro is shockingly capable. When you first hear this soundbar, the biggest surprise is the clarity. Dialogue cuts through effortlessly. Not sharp, not piercing, just clean and natural. It's the kind of clarity that makes movies instantly easier to follow, especially if you're someone who always turns on subtitles. And then there's the bass. The wireless sub isn't overly aggressive, but it delivers a tight, controlled punch that feels perfect for apartments or smaller living rooms. You get rumble when you need it, subtle low end when you don't, and nothing ever feels bloated or muddy. For a bar at this level, that's rare. Where the Radian 800 Pro really shines is balance. Some soundbars overpower small spaces. Some feel too flat. This one sits right in the middle. Powerful enough to feel cinematic, gentle enough to avoid disturbing your neighbors, and consistent enough to handle movies, gaming, streaming, and daily TV without needing constant adjustments. The Atmos performance is surprisingly effective too. You're not getting a massive dome of sound, but you do get a noticeable lift, a sense of space above your head, and a wider soundstage than any TV speakers can dream of producing. This soundbar is perfect for anyone who wants a first real home theater experience without spending big money or dealing with complicated setups. It works beautifully in bedrooms, apartments, starter living rooms, or anyone wanting an upgrade they won't regret. You unbox it, plug it in, and instantly notice the difference. And yet, as good as it is for the price, number 9 takes Atmos a step further. Because when you hear what the next soundbar does with wireless height effects, you'll understand why the future of home audio is moving faster than anyone expected. If you like where this is going, make sure you stick around. And subscribe if you want. TCL Alto Atmos X900 2026 Hyper-Wide Sound Platform. The list starts strong with a soundbar that no one expected to perform this well. The TCL Alto Atmos X900 is the kind of underdog product that shows up quietly, then surprises you with a soundstage so wide you'd swear you were listening to a system twice the price. TCL spent years refining their Atmos architecture, and in 2026, they finally figured out how to project sound without losing clarity. This soundbar delivers a shockingly open front stage. The left and right channels push far beyond the edges of the TV, almost creating the illusion of extra speakers. Dialogue floats cleanly above background effects, and the new angled acoustic reflectors actually help push audio upward without relying solely on brute force upfiring. It's not the deepest bass system on the list, but for apartments and medium-sized rooms, it hits a sweet balance between size, clarity, and cinematic punch. Where the X900 shines most is height imaging. Instead of hollow or ghost-like fake height, the sound actually travels upward with intention. Explosions rise. Raindrops scatter. Crowd noise feels layered instead of glued to the front. It's not perfect, but it's way better than you'd expect from a brand still climbing into the premium scene. This is the soundbar for someone who wants a wide, immersive soundstage without paying flagship prices. It's for people who value clarity, separation, and a clean modern design more than heavy bass or huge rears. And it's a reminder that Atmos doesn't always require a massive system to feel alive. Stay with me, because the next one brings the bass thunder that this one can't. You're about to hear a soundbar that hits way above its weight. Number 8. Vizio Elevate 2.0 2026 Rotational Hybrid Surround. Vizio's Elevate series has always been unique, but the 2026 Elevate 2.0 takes the original rotating speaker concept and pushes it into a whole new category. Instead of just rotating upward for Atmos, the speakers now reposition dynamically based on the content's trajectory. It feels futuristic. It feels responsive. And when the Atmos effects kick in, it's one of the most dramatic transformations you'll see in a soundbar system. The rotation isn't a gimmick, because the Elevate 2.0 finally pairs it with an upgraded Atmos engine that maps vertical audio more accurately than the older model. When the speakers rise, the entire soundstage expands instantly. You feel sound leaving the bar and climbing into the room. It's a physical change you can see and hear. And when the movie goes back to standard surround or music, the speakers fold down and shift to a wider front dispersion, giving you a more open and natural presentation. Bass is a major highlight here. Vizio improved the subwoofer with a deeper cabinet and a longer throw driver, creating the kind of punch that makes big movie moments feel real. It's not as refined as Bose or as clean as Sony, but it hits harder than almost every soundbar in its price class. And the rears? Loud, clear, and surprisingly spacious. This system is perfect for viewers who want impact, not just sound. People who want the excitement of mechanical transformation, cinematic bass, and a full wraparound soundstage without paying premium flagship pricing. It's a system built for movie nights, gaming setups, and anyone who wants Atmos to feel big and dramatic. But here's the thing. The jump from number 8 to number 7 is massive, because the next soundbar brings flagship quality Atmos that feels almost unfair. And subscribe if you want more breakdowns like this. Number 7. Sony HT-A7000 2026 Revised Edition. If number 8 felt powerful, the Sony HT-A7000 steps in like a quiet monster that doesn't need to scream to prove anything. Sony took everything people loved about the original A7000 and rebuilt it with a 2026 twist. More processing power, tighter vertical accuracy, and a cleaner, more cinematic Atmos field. This is one of those soundbars that feels like it's thinking while it's playing audio. The precision is unreal. The reason it's on this list is simple. Sony has mastered psychoacoustics. They know how to play sound where your mind expects it, even if the speaker physically isn't there. And when you combine that with their new 2026 vertical surround engine upgrade, the high channels feel taller, sharper, and more natural than previous models. This is the type of Atmos system that makes you forget you're listening to a soundbar and not a full AV receiver stack. The real-world sound performance is where the A7000 shines. Dialogue sounds like it's floating forward from the TV. The height effects are clean, extremely controlled, and never muddy. And the bass? With Sony's updated 300-watt sub, the low end feels less boomy and more cinematic. The difference matters because instead of shaking your room for no reason, it adds depth exactly where the scene demands it. Movies like Dune, Interstellar, and John Wick suddenly feel engineered for your room. This soundbar is perfect for viewers who want premium quality without going into the huge Samsung ecosystem. If you want clean vertical audio, a wide stage, and the kind of immersion that doesn't rely on raw volume, this is the one. Sony knows how to make sound feel intentional, not chaotic. And the future-proofing is solid. HDMI 2.1 pass-through, improved wireless stability, better object tracking, and you can expand the system with optional speakers if you want more punch later. It's built to last years. But don't get comfortable, because number 6 brings something that even Sony struggles to match. Hold on, you're about to hear a level of Atmos precision that feels almost unfair. And hey, if you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure you're locked in, because the next one shifts the whole conversation. Number 6. Bose Smart Ultra Soundbar 2026. When Bose updates a soundbar, they don't aim to be the loudest. They aim to be the most perfect. The Smart Ultra Soundbar 2026 edition is easily the cleanest and most balanced soundbar Bose has ever built. It's the type of sound that feels expensive even before you check the price. The reason this soundbar makes the list is because of how natural it sounds. Bose doesn't try to over-exaggerate height effects. Instead, it focuses on realism, voices, instruments, atmospheric details. And the new 2026 processing engine brings a smoother, deeper Atmos bubble that actually makes your room feel larger. Bose finally nailed width and vertical layering without sounding artificial. The performance is incredibly emotional. Dialogue clarity is world-class. If you watch talk-heavy shows, dramas, documentaries, or interviews, Bose sits at the top. The bass modules hit a completely new level too, tighter, deeper, and way more controlled than the previous generation. And in 2026, Bose finally added better up-firing angle control, which means height effects don't feel like they're coming from the front, they actually lift. This soundbar is best for viewers who want premium clarity without needing huge power. If you live in an apartment or medium-sized room in the USA, UK, or Canada, and you want clean, soft, cinematic immersion without disturbing neighbors, this is perfection. But don't relax yet, because number 5 brings raw power and futuristic processing that makes everything before it look old school. Stay with me. This is where the list gets crazy. And if you want more Dolby Atmos and home theater guides, check out my latest videos on interface craft. Number 5. Samsung Q990D 2026 Max DSP Edition. The Samsung Q990 series has been the king of wireless surround systems for years. But the 2026 Max DSP edition of the Q990D is something else. It's the most aggressive Atmos soundbar Samsung has ever pushed into the market, and the jump in processing alone puts it years ahead of most competitors. Why is this one on the list? Because Samsung went all in on immersive power. We're talking true 1.4 channels with a redesigned subwoofer, wider rear speakers, and a new AI Atmos engine that adapts instantly to whatever you're watching. Action movies explode. Sci-fi movies wrap around your head. And even simple stereo content gets a clean, theater-like feel. The sound performance is massive. The stage is enormous. And the height channels feel legitimately tall, not just slightly lifted. Samsung redesigned the up-firing drivers to hit a steeper angle, which helps Atmos placement feel dramatic and bold. The bass is thunderous, but smart. It knows when to hit and when to pull back. No messy rumble, just clean power. If you're the kind of viewer who wants a full room takeover, this is your soundbar. Big living rooms? Covered. Vaulted ceilings? Covered. Loud action movies? Absolutely. And gaming on this thing feels unreal thanks to the ultra-low latency pass-through and improved directional clarity. But what's wild is that the next soundbar isn't just powerful. It's reshaping the definition of what a soundbar even is. Stay tuned. Number 4 is where the future actually begins. Don't blink. The best is still ahead. Number 4, LG S95QR Plus 2026 AI Acoustic Evolution. LG shocked everyone with the S95QR years ago. But this new 2026 Pro Plus edition is on a completely different level. LG has always been good, but this version proves they're ready to compete with Samsung and Sony in a serious way. The jump in quality is dramatic. The reason it earns a spot here is because LG rebuilt its entire spatial processing engine with AI Acoustic Evolution. It studies your room in real time, shape, reflection points, ceiling height, furniture layout, and recalibrates every channel dynamically. The height effects feel higher, the rear speakers feel tighter, and the center channel finally feels cinematic instead of TV-like. Real-world performance is where it surprises most people. Dialogue clarity is clean and bold. The mid-range is smooth. The high channels are sharper than any older LG soundbar. And the new triple driver rear speakers fill the room better than previous models. You get a real 360-degree bubble instead of directional rear audio. This soundbar is perfect for someone who wants premium surround sound without needing Samsung's loudness or Sony's minimalism. It sits right in the middle, balanced, wide, powerful, and incredibly immersive. But don't settle yet, because the top 3 are operating on a completely different level. Stick with me. Number 3 introduces tech that feels almost like cheating. You're about to understand why the future of Atmos is about to change. Number 3. Sonos Arc Gen 2 2026 Immersive Upgrade. The top 3 starts with a soundbar that has dominated modern living rooms for years. But the 2026 Sonos Arc Gen 2 is not just an upgrade. It feels like Sonos finally unlocked the Atmos performance people were begging for. And honestly, it's shocking how much difference one generation can make. The original Arc was good. Clean dialogue, wide presentation, minimal distortion, simple setup. But its biggest problem was always vertical height accuracy. It could stretch the soundstage wide, but it couldn't push it high enough. The 2026 Arc Gen 2 changes that completely. This is the first Sonos bar that delivers actual object movement overhead rather than sound gently floating above the TV. Why is it on this list? Because Sonos finally brought the height channels to life. They rebuilt the up-firing drivers with a steeper firing angle, added a dual-core Atmos processor, and gave the system a redesigned tuning engine. Suddenly, explosions arc over your head. Raindrops feel like they fall from the ceiling. And movie soundtracks feel dramatically more three-dimensional than anything Sonos has made before. Real-world performance is beautifully refined. The mid-range feels richer. The highs feel cleaner and less harsh. And the new Sonos Sub Max is a monster, deeper, tighter, and way more cinematic than the older Sub Gen 3. The bass doesn't just hit harder, it hits with intention. When the scene demands impact, it delivers. When the scene goes quiet, it steps back. That's the kind of intelligence Sonos needed, and they finally nailed it. This soundbar is a dream for anyone who wants premium Atmos without giant rear speakers taking up the room. It's made for clean living rooms, apartments, simple setups, and anyone who wants a cinematic upgrade without turning the space into a home theater lab. And the connectivity? Flawless. Sonos is still the king of multi-room audio and app simplicity. But here's where things get exciting. Because even though the Arc Gen 2 is smoother, taller, and more immersive, it cannot match what's coming next. Number 2 enters with a level of precision and raw power that almost feels unfair. The jump from number 3 to number 2 is massive. Stay with me. You don't want to miss what's coming. Number 2, Samsung HW-Q995X 2026 Quantum Surround Edition. Samsung already pushed boundaries with the Q990 series. But what they've built for 2026 under the new Quantum Surround banner is something else entirely. The HW-Q995X is the kind of soundbar that instantly fills a room with so much spatial detail that even people who don't care about audio will stop and stare. Samsung's goal with this edition was simple: create the most advanced wireless Atmos system ever made. And they got incredibly close. The soundstage is enormous, wider, taller, deeper, and the Quantum DSP processor repositions audio objects with scary precision. It doesn't just make the sound big, it makes it meaningful. Every movement, every swirl, every explosion feels like it's mapped in 3D space. Why does it earn the number 2 spot? Because this soundbar doesn't just play Atmos, it demonstrates Atmos. The high channels are extremely aggressive. The rears feel like full bookshelf speakers. And Samsung redesigned the subwoofer with an internal dual-chamber layout that creates clean, thunderous bass without distortion even at high volume. You feel the rumble, but you never lose clarity. The real-world experience is wild. Imagine watching a fighter jet scene and actually feeling the jet arc above your head instead of simply hearing it louder. Or imagine bullets whipping past from rear to front with pinpoint accuracy. That's the level of immersion the Q995X delivers. It's like the soundbar knows where your walls are and chooses the best angles to bounce audio at you. Who is this soundbar for? Anyone who wants maximum loudness, maximum surround, and maximum vertical scale. It's the king for big living rooms, open floor plans, dedicated media spaces, and anyone who wants raw power with perfect spatial organization. And with upgraded gaming pass-through, input lag is almost non-existent, making it one of the best high-end gaming soundbars in the world. But here's the thing. As good as this monster is, it's still not number 1. because the top spot goes to a soundbar so advanced, so clean, so shockingly immersive, that it feels like a preview of what 2027 and 2028 will look like. You're about to hear something special. The real king of wireless Dolby Atmos lives at number 1. Hold on. Part 4 is coming next, and it changes everything. Number 1. Sony HT-A9000X, the 2026 Cinematic Intelligence System. We've reached the top of the list, and this is where everything changes. Because number 1 isn't just another Atmos soundbar. It's the closest we've ever come to a true living room cinema system without buying a single AV receiver or ceiling speaker. Sony calls it a soundbar, but it behaves like an adaptive audio machine. And in real-world use, it feels like stepping into the future of home entertainment. The Sony HT-A9000X isn't winning because it's the loudest or has the biggest subwoofer. It wins because it's the smartest soundbar ever engineered. Sony rebuilt the internal processing from the ground up with their new spatial reality core processor, which combines object tracking, room mapping, and acoustic beam steering into a single engine. The result is surreal. The system scans your room, measures the walls, tracks reflections, and reshapes the audio map in real time. Why does this matter? Because it creates high performance that's almost indistinguishable from actual ceiling speakers. The up-firing drivers don't just throw sound upward. They scan the room and calculate the exact angle needed for your ceiling shape. Whether you're in a tiny apartment or a tall 12-foot room, the height layer stays consistently precise. Explosions don't just rise, they lift. Atmos bubbles don't float, they travel. And helicopter scenes feel like they're genuinely occupying space above you. The speaker array itself is redesigned for 2026. Sony moved to a hybrid driver formation using beam tweeters, full-range projectors, and micro-transducers that fire toward calculated angles in the room. The result is a horizontal spread that feels wider than the wall it sits on. Dialogue is warm and cinematic. The mid-range is bold and textured, and the treble is smoother than any Samsung or LG flagship. Pair it with the 2026 Sony Base Reactor subwoofer, and things get intense. Sony doesn't chase brute force like Samsung. Instead, they go for depth, emotion, and cinematic weight. You feel the rumble of engines, the punch of explosions, and the tight resonance of music without any unnecessary boom. It's bass that serves the story, not bass that overwhelms it. Who is the A9000X built for? It's meant for people who want the full Dolby Atmos experience without dealing with placement anxiety, calibration stress, or huge speaker setups. It's perfect for apartments, luxury living rooms, dedicated theaters, and anyone who wants accuracy, spaciousness, and pure acoustic intelligence in one device. This soundbar earns the number 1 position because it blends everything: clarity, immersion, high precision, bass discipline, and future-proof design into one package. And unlike most systems, the A9000X gets better over time. Sony's update pipeline adds new processing modes, new calibration presets, and even new spatial profiles that adapt to different room types. This is not just a 2026 flagship. This is the soundbar that sets the standard for the next generation. And now that you've heard the full list, it's time to bring everything together. Final verdict: the real winner of 2026. Choosing the best future Dolby Atmos soundbar isn't just about power. It's about balance, immersion, intelligence, and real-world performance that stays consistent across rooms, devices, and content. Here's the truth. Every soundbar in this list is strong, but only a few of them redefine what home audio can be. The LG Cinebeam soundbar dominates futuristic design. The Bose Vision Bar 900 Ultra brings emotional clarity and cinematic vocal precision. The Sonos Arc Gen 3 proves that minimalism can be immersive. The Samsung HW-Q995X pushes raw power and 360-degree surround to the limit. And the Sony HT-A9000X, well, that one changes the rules entirely. If you want the most intelligent, most room-aware, and most realistic Atmos performance in 2026, Sony's A9000X is the real winner. It's the only system that behaves like it understands your room, not just fills it with sound. And in a world where people watch movies in wildly different spaces, that matters more than ever. But here's the most exciting part. We're just starting to see what future soundbars can do. 2027 and 2028 will push wireless processing, beamforming, and spatial precision even further. And if you want to stay ahead of that curve, you're already in the right place. Because this is interface craft. This is where future audio begins. And this is where you get the truth without the fluff. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and share this video with someone planning their next home theater upgrade. And check out my recent videos on interface craft for more Dolby Atmos and next-generation soundbar guides. I'll see you in the next one.